Hello and welcome to the latest episode of The Board Masters with me, Chris Mullins, and I'm joined again by my lovely wife, Stacey. And we are going to be continuing our playthrough of This War of Mine by Awakened Realms. We have already played one day of this, which is in a previous video, which I'll link below. But with that said, I think we should just dive straight back in.
Day two.
Day two. So we're back on the morning. So draw and resolve the top card from the events deck. Add 4 cold to the cold space.
Oh God.
That's not nice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it was really cold.
Very, very cold. I think this is based in Eastern Europe, isn't it? But, positively, relatively peaceful. Place this card on the Night Raid decks. If there is at least one board up token in the shelter, skip this Night Raid phase.
Oh, so that was very helpful.
I'm assuming then the board ups are something to do with these holes. There's holes dotted around the board. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you actually interact with them.
We've got to build something over them, surely.
Now you may choose any fitting, but only from the card on the fitting space.
Is this the fitting space up here?
I think both.
Fittings, yeah. So build a workshop sort of thing. Rain collector, heater, still, a bed, crude stove, deathful trap
For catching rats.
Build a herbal garden, a metal workshop or a radio on those ones. So I don't know why they're different decks. So these are the ideas.
Yeah.
Chair. Improve your deadfall trap to a cage trap now. Improve your herbal garden to a veggie garden. Improve your metal workshop to a gunsmith workshop. Build a bed. Improve the moonshine still to an alcohol still. Improve your simple heater to an effective one. Again, improve the herbal garden to a herbal workshop. Build and reinforce door, or improve the crude stove to a cooking stove. So again, there's still not how do we build the holes?
I don't know. Place a character, return that action from a closed door. Who knows? Okay, well, let's just see. Well, you're the leader now anyway, aren't you?
We come across it at some point. Unless it's actually in the script.
Yeah, we may have to just find something.
Okay, so we need to do the actions now for day actions.
So we've got 2 actions each again because they have an illness of 1.
Okay, so they all can only do 2. So either actions, place a character on a chosen space and discard the required resource tokens from the storage as a result of that action. Actions on the shelter cards. Obviously, we would either do the rubble, the furniture, the heap, etc., etc., or do a fitting card and put that on a space. So maybe we should do one of the fitting cards. And you can choose any from the deck.
Okay.
On
I
both
think
sides
maybe
of the fitting card. Oh, so depending on what, says you should familiar yourself. Make board ups. There you go. So if we have a workshop,
we want a workshop to board it up.
We can have a board up.
So
that's the one we want then. We had already decided
right,
we
so
wanted
what
to
do we need for that? I was lucky we bought that mechanical part back from
5 components.
our scavenging then. And that's going to be all I can... Oh no, we've got 5 over there.
Place a fitting card on an empty space in the shelter, meaning any space with a card or action and without the guard or the sleep on the floor. Then place any character on it and discard the required resources or tokens from the storage. And after that, flip the face card up and the exact description and requirements can be found on the back of each of the fitting cards.
Okay, so who are you going to... I think we can build on the stair.
We can put it there, yeah. so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't. Just maybe avoid that just because
I'll just put it there then.
it annoys me a bit.
Put it there.
Okay, whose action is that? Because you said you had to place a character on it.
Just place a character. I don't think the character really matters, does it?
Not really. And then, so 5 components, mechanical part, and what was the other thing?
And I have 3 wood.
3 wood.
So that's okay, got those.
I still think we've still got a closed door, so I reckon Marco should sort that out.
Okay. So put him on that. And he can get rid of that in a minute.
And
Shall we do, have we got anything to search through for him?
no, we don't, because the only other things we can search are rubble, which, unless we're going to use the shovel.
Okay, so why don't you use the shovel and just do one of the rubbles by himself?
Is there... Well, there's a rain... We're 1 water short, aren't we?
Right. Oh, so you're thinking about a rainwater...
A rainwater catcher. Or
a
collector.
rain collector.
Oh, we don't have a mechanical part.
And we can do... So there's no point yet in having... So we need to get a mechanical part. Simple heater.
Well, that might be good with the cold.
5 components we just have and 3 wood. And you make a fire.
We've got loads of wood.
And for every 2 wood, we'll discard a coal token then.
So we got 10 wood. So we could... Well, we'd have 7 left and we could discard 6 and get rid of 3. Or not 6. But if there are at least 2 cold tokens, then Amelia may have to raise her misery for her having 2 or more cold tokens.
So we can do that. Go make a
Yeah,
simple
let's do
heater.
that then. We can put that up here.
Up here.
And then, so 5 components.
5 components and 3 wood. So if you, can I have 1 wood back?
Yeah.
I'll put that down there now.
There we go. And then, so we can resolve those.
Turn it over. So obviously we can make a fire now. He's going to go through that. You gain 1 mechanical part and 1 wood. That's to go in your pile and stuff.
Into the waste bag. Again, I don't know why I get such enjoyment out of that.
Putting it in a bag.
It's a
It's
strange
your
feeling.
OCD.
Just having a bag where you get rid of cards. So now we've got another action to go, have we?
So we've all done that 1. So we can now do another action. So you could...
So how do we make a board? Because we want to have at least 1 board so we don't get raided.
Okay, so you need to put...
So it'll be on the workshop.
So this could be 1 component and 4 wood and place a board up token on one of the holes in the shelter. And they may get damaged.
They lower the damage and wounds taken during night raids. So yeah, that's going to be a long-term bonus as well as giving us 1 free night raid.
Okay, so 1 component and 4 wood. So if I put that down there...
Have we got any components?
We haven't got any components.
We haven't got any components.
So we can't even do a border.
Ah!
So we did all of this and we haven't got a board up.
Right, okay. Let's have...
Well, for each 2 wood...
Yeah, so we
plus a book, but we've got no books.
Well, you don't know, so... Or. For every 2 wood, 2 books, or 1 wood.
Plus 1 book.
Or 1 wood plus a book.
Oh, 1 wood plus a book.
Discard a cold,
Okay.
so we can...
So we can discard a cold.
No, I mean, it's only Amelia's cold that's going to be the issue at the minute. And that's only if it's B or C on the end of the night thing.
Yeah.
Do we want to throw a load of wood at that?
Well, you were happy when it came up. You were suddenly, oh yeah, let's get rid of this many wood, and but now you're thinking about it.
Yeah, well now I know we can't board anything up, which is
Yeah, there's either
Upsetting.
board up your place or heat your
well, we
place.
can't board up the place.
No, but I mean that's the choices we have. Either keep warm or if we had a component, try and keep people out.
Yeah, because we can't even... Now we got a mechanical part.
We can't even...
Yeah, mechanical part.
Okay, so for each Oh no, 2 components makes a mechanical part.
Yeah, so we
Can't do it the other way round, can you? You can't say
No, you
for
can't break
every
them down.
pound. You're just making them up.
We can repair a guitar.
Lovely.
Right, so let's
You can't do anything.
clear some space then. So
Is there another rock? Okay,
there's
so there's the furniture.
there's the
and
furniture,
then
and then clear one of the rubbles.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Well, it's both of them, isn't it? Doesn't matter which way around, and then resolve it.
So dig through. Oh, it's just remnants.
Nothing from
Nothing from it. Furniture. Oh. You gain 1 meds, 1 herb, 1 mechanical part,
Oh, hang on.
2 water and 1 wood. So
Oh,
1.
2 water.
Yeah.
Bonus.
2 water, 1 wood, 1 mechanical part.
Mechanical parts are in the grave. Yeah.
1 herb.
1 herb and 1 meds.
Yeah. I guess the only thing about to make this a better game, these could have been things like this.
I imagine they probably were in like the Kickstarter. Again, similar to Dinosaur Island, this is a retail version. And whilst I'm certainly nowhere near as upset with the retail components as I am with the Dinosaur Islands and Pink Triceratops,
Yeah.
I imagine
I bet you that
there were some beautiful
bits and
deluxeified components.
Because you could have had an actual little lockpick done and an actual little shovel, and you could
Yeah,
have had
I mean, I don't know.
some electrical wire wrapped round and
I don't want to look at at the old campaign page and depress myself.
Okay.
Is that to be
That's to be
in the waste bag?
Yeah, I guess so. It's been resolved, isn't it?
Yeah, remove the card from the game. So that's
it.
Morning done.
That's all we can do. We can only do 2?
Yeah, 2 actions each.
Oh,
so
nice.
we're back to dusk. Each character should drink 1 water. And each character should eat 1 or more food.
Right, so we have a problem now.
So someone's gonna go hungry. I think Marco is the most affected if other people are hungry.
But not himself.
Mm-hmm.
So make him hungry.
Yeah, so these... Right, so they're going to eat a vegetable, which isn't actually going to make them any better. It's a shame that you can't just...
But they're not hungry. You can't you just make them hungry and then use it later? But then people might come and nick it.
Each character should eat 1 or more food.
Yeah.
There's a Dusk FAQ on script number 400, so it might tell us if we can
skip it,
starve them all. Because I know in the video game, you wouldn't feed them every day because you couldn't possibly.
The players may decide that a given character will not drink water or eat food during the dusk phase, despite the relevant tokens or resources are available in the storage.
Fine.
Limiting the water tokens to 6 is not a coincidence. It reflects the need for daily scavenging for fresh, portable water. Warning, if you find it hard to gather enough food during play, remember about the availability tray in some locations and with some residents and visitors. You can also use some fittings which enable you to gather more food or make food more effective. There are advanced... We don't want advanced rules yet.
No. We just wanted to check whether we could
technically you can, yeah.
So we can. I'm just going to draw another file location because we hadn't done that after our last play. So the ruined block of flats is out. Right, so no one's eating, so everyone's hunger can go back up.
To 1.
Well, technically it's 2.
Yeah. But you were losing 1 on that.
And next player, so you are back for the evening.
Okay, so each character, we've done that. Each character to one of the 4 tasks are going to happen. So either sleep in the bed, but
we don't seem to have any fatigue, I don't know.
At the moment. Yes. Unless you want nothing, we've had nothing about that has to come.
Was there
every
nothing
day.
at the end of the scavenging the night
Just
before?
check that.
Okay, after that.
That was the night raid. Board ups.
Time
5.
dawn phase.
Dawn. Signed. Draw the fate card. Narrative. The actions. That's it. There's nothing about.
Okay, so they don't get fatigued. That seems
A bit weird.
a bit weird. There is certainly fatigue in the game, and I know.
Are they meant to get a fatigue?
But it may be a change, because I know in the video game you would get fatigued, and generally you just stick everyone asleep during the day.
And then you can't do anything.
But in this we don't have that as an option for the day action,
No.
so maybe they've just
Taken that.
mitigated it, so you only get fatigue when an action tells you you do. Right, okay, so fine. We don't have to. So there's no point sending anyone to sleep.
Yeah, I guess unless they're fatigued from having action cards on them, I guess,
Mhm.
or something.
So same as night before, I
So
would say.
guard duty with Marco again.
Marco?
Oh, raise these characters' fatigue. So Marco should have a
Oh, so
fatigue. That's
Marco
what I
should
made.
have a fatigue.
So you didn't do this part of the thing.
You were the evening phase. Thank you very much.
Did I read that?
Yeah.
Scavenge. So the people that were scavenging also had fatigue.
So everyone does have a fatigue. That makes. There we go.
So you either lower or raise depending on what they're doing.
Again, because it hasn't cost any actions.
Doesn't matter. We put them on now. Okay, so either they go scavenging again, or we send only one person scavenging, and then
The one person sleep on the floor.
one person sleeps because we've got no bed.
Well, there's no point going to sleep because sleeping on the floor lowers
Raises it
fatigue by 2.
So at
So
least
we've got a free.
At least do another fatigue night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Although then
We get a problem where we can then.
everyone's going to be on fatigue 2.
Does that mean that they can only do one action the next day rather than 2? But
So
then
we might want someone to sleep now, so that then the other 2 can sleep the next day.
Okay, I see what you mean.
And we might want to build a bed. So then one person can sleep in the bed every night and get to 0. Right, so well, Marin and Amelia are
exactly the same.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say anything.
I would say let's let Amelia sleep, because her ability is that she can raise her fatigue to lower her misery. So if we keep her at fairly low fatigue, she can get rid of this misery quite quickly.
Right.
Perhaps. No one else says anything like that, so it might be.
But you're saying that it's working the other way, but it doesn't say that on the card, does it? It says lower.
May raise her fatigue
to lower
by any amount to lower her misery. So if we keep her fatigue low, we can raise it again to lower the misery.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Rather than have her doing things that are going to up the fatigue as well.
Yeah, then you can't lower the misery.
So if we let her sleep,
mm-hmm.
Marco guard and Marin scavenge.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to sleep.
Sleeps on the floor space. She's going to go there.
So she's going to go there. And
he's
what's it on the findings?
Yeah. So he's going to go scavenging on the finding space.
And up. So both of those now are going to increase their fatigue.
Because they're doing something. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now you do the scavenging phase.
Back to scavenging. Choose a location. Right. I think we discovered last time the exploration cards are quite important.
Yeah, so it's how many
Although
things that are going to go on.
We've only got 3 inventory this time.
Mm.
So we probably should have gone to the ruined villa last time, in hindsight, because that would give us more cards
to try and find things with. There's more cards to find things with, but there's less
There's also
So
more
more
things
chances of having
enemies and
actions, yeah.
And you don't want to be finding more things than you can carry.
So you want him to go to the furthest away and go to the village,
Yeah,
you're
I think
thinking?
we should go to the... No, I think we should go to the
middle.
Oh, the furthest one away is the ruined block of flats, so you
Yeah.
have the less cards.
Yeah, okay.
Because we can only carry 3 back. We've got no weapons. We'll take a lockpick.
But then he can only take 2 things back, Chris.
Yeah, but if we don't have a lockpick, he won't be able to get in anything.
Well, did we need it last time? No.
Bubble, jam door, basement entrance. Okay, it may not be a lock thing. Let's risk it. Set the noise marker to 1. Prepare the unknown deck. So
10 cards.
yeah. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10. Now resolve these one after the other. You may ignore this card or hide out. Return as many... No, discard. Return as many exploration cards as you want to lower the noise. We don't need to lower the noise.
Okay, is there any bars?
No.
Okay, so I need to get another card. You may ignore this card or search the heap.
Oh, we want to search the heap.
Okay, return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1. Or raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise.
Let's roll. Let's roll. Because we'll
So
only be on
raise
2.
by 1. So 10.
Perfect. So
So
ignore that.
draw and resolve 1 card from the finding deck.
So we're in a heap.
Heap.
So electrical part, chems and a cigarette. Then roll the black die for special findings.
So we got a 6. I can't read the card from over there. What's this?
6 is coffee.
Oh, so Amelia or
A cigarette and a coffee.
cigarette and coffee, a chemicals,
That's a yellow one, is it?
yeah, and an electrical part. Oh, the only issue is we found all of these things.
Yeah. We can't carry them back.
We can't carry them back.
Right, okay. And then what do we do?
Obviously, does that findings go back into the bottom of the findings?
Shuffle this card back
I'll
into
go
the
for it.
deck. And then
That's it, yeah, go to the next.
next exploration
Go
card.
to pick it up.
Yeah, you can pick it up. Shuffle that.
Again, search the furniture now. So
Let's
with
do
this,
it.
so do we want to
Let's discard 2 cards.
2 cards? Because we seem to have a lot of stuff now.
So discard peeking through the keyhole
Or
and a
that's
closed
control,
door,
that's all right.
which we don't have anyway. So fine.
Okay, draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck.
And in the furniture, an electrical part, a mechanical part, and a herb.
And I've got number 1 for the.
Number 1 is nothing.
Okay, so
Okay, next one.
this one's rubble.
Which we do have.
So either dig through requires a shovel, or we don't have that.
No.
Place it on the exploration shot, resolve it later instead of drawing a new exploration card. But
You may place it on the exploration slot and resolve it later.
instead of drawing a new exploration card.
Right.
Then
So
we're saying, well, if we get a shovel, then we can do it.
I think no. It's once we finish the scavenging, it's just going to go back in.
Okay. So there's nothing we can do.
I think I saw something.
Oh dear.
Return as many exploration cards as you wish and roll the black die. Add the number of the returned exploration cards to the result. The result 1 to 5. Draw and resolve a residence card. So we don't want to do that. So
There's 3 that we could return, and then we would have to get 3 or more on the die.
yeah, we don't need to find anything else.
We got tons to take
We're
back
already
now.
over full now, so I think we should do that. Return the 3.
That's all right then. We're
Cool.
fine. So we're going to disappear and we're going to run back home.
Yeah.
And you're going to take
So.
rubble card back in there as well.
Mm-hmm. they go back in as well.
Oh, you're reading it, honey.
Resolve the choose finding stage. Once you finish the act, shuffle all exploration and residence cards. Yeah. Okay. So choose our findings. So we need to pick 3 things we want.
The only issue is now we've got no water. We've only got 1 water here.
Well, we can choose not to let them have water.
So we've got electrical part. We need this mechanical part, don't we? So if we're going to actually make...
We need some components. So in the workshop we can try and change... If we want to board anything up, although that's not going to be as vital now because we're going to miss this relatively peaceful thing, sadly.
So 1 component and 4 pieces of wood makes a board up. So
and we can use the workshop. No, we need it's the other way around. We don't break it down. We might find components
get broken down
because we've got furniture to search and we've got other things we can search. Chems. What was our objective about giving help
to other people? So
lower
it's
all
about
characters misery, but we don't have misery 2 yet. And we can lower... Amelia's the only one with misery, and we can lower her with... Oh no, Marin has as well.
Can we lower them with coffee? Was that...
No,
that was just...
Discard 1 coffee or raise it by 1.
Okay.
So I think we may want to take a coffee. And then...
The herb was the kind of stopping them from getting ill, wasn't it?
So coffee, a herb.
And either a water or...
And then got a... Oh yeah.
You can have water or wood, or can you have a component?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can take a component back with us.
Yeah, let's take a component.
So component, a coffee and a herb. You're coming back.
So now going into storage.
Why are these yellow numbers on there?
I'm assuming that is to do with the number of uses.
Okay. So why are we getting rid of these then every time we use them, or are they meant to?
Because I think that is cooking or something.
Oh, right.
When you're eating them, they just go.
See, if you cook with them.
I'm not sure. I don't know what the yellow numbers mean. It hasn't told us yet. But until we need to know, it's not worth. But there we go. Night raid.
Okay. So choose weapons for the guards. But we don't have any. But then are we having the night raid?
If there is at least 1 board up token in the shelter, skip this night raid phase. We don't have a board, so we will be drawing a night raid phase, and this gets removed from the game.
So we have no weapons because we haven't found any.
Well, he's got his hatchet.
Draw and resolve the top card of the night raid deck.
Hobos, damage of 3 and no wounds, so you get to roll the die. Oh, the combat die, isn't it? That's the die you roll.
Oh, you just said die. So.
Yeah, sorry.
So, roll a combat die correspond to the weapon used for each character on the guard space. So, doesn't really go for anything at the moment. Hatchet, no.
So nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing for a headshot. So we've got to get rid of 3 things. Mechanical part.
We've got 2 of those.
No, we've still got 5 wood over there. Let's get rid of wood.
Well, do you want to get rid of 2 wood and a mechanical?
No, because we might want to build something from mechanical parts.
Well, we've already got, that's what I'm saying, we've got 2. So do you want to get rid of
2
1?
wood and a... You're the leader, you make the decision.
So we can only do 1.
I can argue with you, but you, at the end of the day, if you're holding the booklet, you get the final say.
Well, I'm just thinking if we've got a couple of things and we don't have enough wood.
Alrighty. And yeah, I guess we're going to need wood to reduce that cold pile at some point. Okay, so that's that done. Oh, we can re-roll it again, actually, can't we?
So re-roll it. Just in case. That doesn't...
Yeah, so we can get one back.
Okay.
What do you want back? Part?
Wood.
No, part. We
Okay,
got
fine.
7.
Fine.
7 wood.
Okay.
Oh, technically it's your choice, but...
Oh, well, no, it's obviously not, is it, now?
But if you want the wood, we'll get the wood.
No, that's fine. We don't have any board ups, so we've each passed a night, so we need to put shuffle into the crime wave.
One of the...
Shuffle 2.
2 of what?
2 of any combination.
Do you want one of each or
You're
2
just
of
going to have
one?
one of, keep on going with one of each.
Okay. And then we're back to Dawn.
I'll just see 800.
I wonder what happens if you need to draw a night raid and there's no night raid cards.
You meant to, I think, put them back in. I think they said something about that at the very, very front on the setup. If you run out of a particular resource or token in the box, it means that this item is currently unavailable.
I'm talking about night raids.
The actual cards.
Yeah, we'll worry about it if we come across it. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if it means we wouldn't have a night raid, so it might be worth putting everything, all the residence cards back first. So the scavenging party returns. If there are any meds, herbal meds, bandages in the storage, you may assign them to the ill wounded. So we could get rid of some illness tokens because we got herbs and meds. Although we don't have herbal meds, so we can only use...
So what does it say? Assign?
So you may assign them to the ill wounded by placing them on the chosen character's cards.
Yeah, so you do like
Well,
that.
we can't do the herbs because they're not herbal.
What does it say? It
says medical herbs, herbal meds.
If there are any meds,
Herbal meds.
Herbal meds, or
We don't have herbal
bandages.
meds. We just have herbs.
So why did we just pick up herbs? We thought they were herbal meds, didn't we?
Well, I think with the one of the things we can build is where you convert herbs to herbal meds. So are we putting the meds on anyone? Or not?
So we either put the meds on, say, like
Marco.
Marco,
As
and
he's
get
our
rid of.
guard generally. Well, I didn't say you get rid of them yet. Draw and resolve one fate card.
So raise the wounds on all wounded unbandaged characters by 1. Lower the illness of all the characters who took the meds by 1. So that's all right. And we don't have any wounds on the other 2, do we?
Nope.
So discard the med token. If the cold token minus the board's up difference is 2 or more, raise the illness of 2 by 1. So we have, because it's too cold, we've got to raise the illness of 2 of these people by 1.
Okay. Or you could put Marco's back on. And then Marin.
Miserable. There's at least 2 cold tokens. Yeah, it doesn't really matter
I don't think it's going to matter much.
so much. Exchange the nearest small location. It says if there is none, exchange the nearest medium location.
Okay.
So I guess...
Oh, well, the nearest one is a small one anyway.
Right.
So just swap
Does
that.
it say a small location on it somewhere?
Yeah, in the bottom right.
On the
Yeah.
bottom, okay.
So I'm assuming we don't actually get rid of it. We can revisit locations.
I guess so.
We shouldn't have discarded that one last time, I guess. City Hospital.
resolve any weight tokens, but we don't resolve any... Right, resolve Spirit B on all the character cards today.
Yay. If there are at least 2 cold tokens on on the cold space, raise Amelia's misery by 1. Which one was it? B.
B, yeah.
Discard 1 coffee or raise Marin's misery. So either we can get rid of that or raise his misery.
What do you want to do? Let's get rid of the coffee.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I assume
really...
that's why
this
we
is
got
what
the
this
coffee.
is for, yeah.
And then B, if Marco is ill, lower his illness by 1.
So he's healed himself.
Yes.
Does it say weapons lost? So we've got to do this at the bottom as well.
No, it says for ignore the dice
us?
thing at the bottom of a fake card.
Is that for extended?
I don't know. But it just says, yeah, draw and resolve 1 fake card. Ignore the bottom part marked with a dice.
Okay. That must be on the extended bit. Or a different set game. And I've got to put that back in the deck now and shuffle it.
Oh, when a card tells you to exchange a location card, remove that card from the game.
Okay.
So that one gets removed from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then slide the remaining location cards down so that the far space is empty. And that goes there.
Okay.
And he's come home from scavenging. So that is removed from the game. Next player, narrative action cards. So you've got to draw 2 narrative actions.
Where are they again?
The orangey ones. These are like the bonusy ones.
So, I can't say vigilant watch because I'm too tired. Play during the night phase. Lower the damage and the wounds from a single night raid card by 4 tokens, resources or wounds. At least 1 character be on card duty, so that would be helpful.
Oh no, that's got... What's the next one?
Headshot. Play during any combat.
If you're using a
Firearm, discard. So you automatically kill an enemy, but we don't even have a...
Yeah, let's stick with Vigilant Watch at the minute.
Yeah.
Shuffle that one back in. And that makes it back to 1.
How can we even play a card that we haven't?
And that's the end of day 2. You just said you were tired.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
We get it saved. But how are you enjoying it so far?
Tricky. It's tricky to decide on what to do, isn't it? On what you think is right.
It's the good type of tricky. It's decision making and
I'm so
morality.
glad.
It's not... The gameplay isn't particularly tricky.
No.
Again, we were really worried because we came into this having not read any of the rules or the scripts, because that's what Awaken Realms says that you can do on this game, that you don't need to read any rulebook in advance, so we didn't. And yes, it's gone quite smoothly, I think, on that one. But in general, I'm really, really enjoying the decision making. There's a lot going on. It does a really good job of adapting the video game.
Oh, you've played that, I haven't.
Yeah, I played it. I really enjoyed it until the point came where, when you were going on scavenging, there were so many enemies at these locations, it seemed to feel like it was impossible to progress without any combat. But for me, the combat controls were just made it unplayable. So I gave up, which is very unlike me, but they just seemed so bad I couldn't carry on. But this certainly takes all the things I was enjoying from the game and distills it into a board game, which is I'm really, really enjoying. But as we said, we're going to save it there, and then we will play it again, hopefully very soon.
Yeah,
because I definitely want to.
I
definitely want to see what's going on, and when we do, that will be on the channel again. So if you've enjoyed this playthrough or the previous one, then please join us again when part 3 goes up. But thank you for spending the time with us, and I hope you have a good one. Bye bye now.